Hi, I'm Patrick, and in this video, wait, that's not me. No, sorry about that. I'm back here in Fort Collins, Colorado, where I've just picked up a crawler tractor. Yeah, that's a tractor with tracks on it. Isn't that amazing? And it's heading over to Amarillo, which I'm not going to be there by morning. I'm going to be there before evening. But if I'm going to do that, I really need to get on the road. So let's get started. Kind of a tight squeeze getting out of here, but I think I can make it. Okay, I did make it, so play that music. Out here on the road heading towards Texas, and I did a little bit of checking, and what I found was I'm pretty sure, assuming I can find the jobs, and you shouldn't assume, but if I do find the jobs going to the right places, I should be able to make it back to Shreveport by the end of the next episode. Although I'm not really sure that's going to happen, I would like it to happen. You can see up there in the top info bar that the ETA to Amarillo is a little after 5 p.m. Actually, I'm going to stay in this lane. Yeah, this job is a little over 500 miles, and then from Amarillo to Shreveport is a little longer than that, I think. I can't remember the exact miles. I just know that it was probably going to be within range. And then in Monday's video, I'll make it to New Orleans, most likely. Oh, heavy load. Didn't stop in time. Could have been bad. Thankfully, that police officer understood the situation and didn't give me a ticket. So I'm going to have to be careful about braking distance on this job. And that's kind of concerning because 35,000 pounds isn't even that much compared to some of the heavier jobs in the game. actually recording this a little early. I just got finished recording Monday's limited commentary video in ATS 2, and that was an interesting trip. Made a few turns, a few curves a little too fast, and didn't have any trouble, but mostly because I have the settings in ATS 2 turned way, like the stability's turned way up, especially compared to this profile here in ATS where I've got the stability turned to a more realistic level. And yet somehow I've never flipped my truck in this game on video that I can remember. I haven't flipped my truck in this game yet. Oh, I can bypass the way station, that's good. Oh, sure. Get over in the left lane after you get past me so I can move over. Okay, good. And since this isn't a World of Trucks job, I will be able to go over 65 if I can get this heavy load up to that speed. Should I do that though? Probably not. This job will be staying on I-25 most of the way, well actually all the way to the New Mexico state line. Once I get there, I think it's either a state or a U.S. route. I think it's a U.S. route across northern New Mexico into Texas and then on to Amarillo. Over in the distance. Almost looks like a painting. Sure. You see me put my blinker on, you slow down. Great. Good job. That sign back there said the minimum speed was 40. Yeah, minimum 40. And Denver's discovered. That's good. Adaptive cruise control every time I get close to a vehicle decides that I don't need to go the speed limit anymore. That's Very annoying. Well, at least the speed limit's going up, and look at there, there's an electric tram over there. And now that we're past Denver, I guess the speed limit can go up. That's great. Some nice houses up here on the hilltop. It's like cattle over to the left. I saw where, really, okay. Well, at least, well, no, speed limit up. I saw where SES put out a little information about their recent trip to Ireland, and I guess that is going to be the DLC coming out next year. This year, of course, should be Iceland sometime in the next 2 or 3 months, maybe 4. Almost certainly it'll be in December or November, maybe. Who knows? Well, they know. I don't know. But anyway, Pueblo, Colorado has just been discovered. That's nice. I'm not actually going downtown or anything. But Ireland is looking like it's going to be nice. Lots of features, places to drive around. The Isle of Ireland, that is, because of course the island is split between Northern Ireland and I think it's the Republic of Ireland. So, as far as I know, I think it's going to cover both parts of the island. I'll be honest, I haven't really been paying that much attention to it. I'm mostly looking forward right now to South Dakota coming out. Of course, anytime a new state is added to ATS, it's a fun thing. Not sure when that's going to be, but I suspect it'll be probably next month in September. We'll see. Might as well get back in the right lane because I don't think I'm going to be able to get up enough speed to ever pass that car up there. Based on when the loan payments have been coming out every day, expecting it to come out today at about 1 p.m. We'll see if that's what actually happens, but on the last loan payment, it came out at 12:59. So yeah, I'm guessing it's going to be 1 minute later than that at 1 p.m. Why the loan payment comes out a minute later every day, I don't have any idea. It's beyond my comprehension. The loan payment has to come out 1 minute later every day than the day before. That way the SCS bank can get 1 minute extra interest every payment. Set the cruise to 6.7 there, just because, why not? And there's a way station coming up on the right. There's one here on the left, but the one on the right is coming up a little further down the road. We'll see if I get pulled in. I noticed that I've made up quite a bit of time along the way so far. Not that that really matters, but usually the ETA time, oh, I can bypass. Usually the ETA time at the very beginning of the job is pretty close to accurate, because even if you make up time along the way, you end up losing a little time when you get closer to it. But we're in New Mexico now, and somewhere around Renton is where I'll get off of I-25, yeah, I-25, and get onto the other highway, which I'm concerned might end up being a 2-lane highway. That would not be fun, because those are usually slower. Sure, pull out, going slow, make my cruise control slow me down. Why not? So annoying, but that's fine. I'll be getting off right here. And there went the loan payment at exactly 1 p.m., just like I said. It's like a gas station right there. Might be good for road trip. cars. There's a car coming. There we go. And of course, somehow, once again, the flashers came on. How am I doing on fuel? I'm half a tank, it looks like. Are we going to stay at 4 lanes, or are we going to go up to 2? Or down to 2, I mean. Looks like we're staying with 4. Forward to South Dakota. I wanted to see Mount Rushmore. Will they have motorcycles around Sturgis? That's a question to ask, I guess. I know it's a question to ask because, hey, I just asked the question. And then later on we'll get British Columbia. And, well, that's Canada. And now the speed limit's going down, so, okay. And yeah, I went a week so far with no YouTube shorts, other than my occasional model railroad, model train shorts. Just don't see the need to continue that. I mean, they were starting to get views again, hundreds of views, but like I said, the way YouTube recognizes videos is basically shorts are expected to have millions of views, or they're basically worthless. And I mean, I'm not going into that business. I'm doing this for fun, and making the shorts just isn't fun. I did it every day for a year, a full year every day, and I don't know, it just got old. Now, making a short by taking video of my trains going around, that's a little bit different. Because I enjoy watching my trains go around, so I can have a little fun watching the trains go by while I'm filming them. Well, there's no film involved. It's all digital. Why are we going so slow? Oh, the speed's going. Well, that still doesn't explain why we're going under 30 miles an hour. Come on, people. Are we just going to stop right here on the road? What is that coming out of that building? That looks like a dragon. Interesting. Well, the truck beeped at me, but the flashers didn't come on, so there's that. That's good. Looking at the fuel gauge, now under half a tank. But I'm only 128 miles from Amarillo, so don't think that's going to be a problem. On the other hand, I've got plenty of time looking at the ETA. Look at that, now it's up to 519. It's almost as if having to go 5 or 10 miles under the speed limit because of bad drivers is going to cause you to be late. Good, the left lane's cleared out. Maybe I can get up enough speed to pass this slow traffic. Cal, hello, Cal. Hello, Cal, how are you? If you get that reference, mention it in the comments. It's an older meme, but it checks out, I think. Delhart here in northwestern Texas. It means the speed's going down up here. There's actually a truck stop up here that has fuel and maintenance, but I've already done the maintenance on the truck. It's good. Don't think I'll stop here for fuel. And the truck's beeping at me again. That trailer there seems to be advertising the Olympics and Toyota. That's an interesting combination. Did Toyota have something to do with the Olympics? Apparently LA, so I'm guessing Los Angeles, Louisiana, Lower Alabama. Oh. I do not know. But looking at this, it looks like it might actually be an easy place to get in and out. Might as well go on in and take care of this before I get any further. It's like a train going by over there. Oh, they're blowing their horn, I'll blow mine. Okay, enough of that. Back on the road. Hard to really see what was coming from back there. I did zoom in on the mirror a little bit to get an idea. Fortunately, everybody that was coming was in the right lane. I should have stayed in the left lane. Lots of grain elevators and farmland in this area. Using the engine brakes to help slow down coming off that hill there. It wasn't a hill, it was more of a ramp coming down a bridge, but anyway. And judging by the gray spot on the map there, looks like that definitely is a gas station for road trips. Just looking over to check to make sure Boudreaux the bear is still in the chair over there. I don't know where else he would be though. He's a stuffed bear. What do you mean don't call you stuffed? You're literally made of stuffing. You know, if you ever want to play around with AI for something that is totally not serious, I highly recommend accusing your AI of committing, you know, some kind of crime. Like, one of my fun things that I do is try to convince AI that it was caught on camera stealing the Empire State Building and putting it in the back of a self-driving car and driving away with it. really has trouble comprehending things like that. Because AI is actually not all that smart. There's no real intelligence. I would almost say that calling it AI is almost false advertising. It can predict things based on what it already knows, but it can't really make, it doesn't really know anything other than what it has been able to absorb from the internet. Oh, when I completely missed a 45-mile-an-hour speed limit change. And the flashers came on, yes. Now this is interesting. There is a static train on the rails up here parked. Actually, there's another one. There's a yellow UP over there. But I'm looking over here. That looks almost like oh, it is. That is also a UP paint scheme. Support our troops. It is. That's actually a famous one. Cato actually makes that exact engine, and it's one of the ones on my list of model trains that I'm wanting to get. And yes, the flashers did come on, because why wouldn't they? They always do. Well, not always. A lot of times, though. Yeah, but yeah, I was kind of surprised to see an actual real world. Of course, it was labeled with fictional railroad company names, but I mean, it even had the "We support our troops" written on the engine. I'm not sure if that was the actual number. I'll have to check that. But yeah, that's one that I would like to have, but I don't know if I'm going to get it. There are several others that I'm wanting to get other than it. Cato has actually announced that they're doing some more engines, the California Zephyr set, and along with that, they're going to be coming out with some engines. Particularly a Burlington I'm in the wrong lane. It's either F8 or F9 that I'm kind of looking at. It's also going to be an F3 from, I think, Western Pacific, and I think it's a Denver and Rio Grande PA1. But the one I would really like that I haven't seen them talk about would be an F3, or I said F8 or F9. I meant E8 or E9. I'd kind of like to see a F3 or an E8 or E9 in the Santa Fe War Bonnet. Oh, I don't know what that was about, but whoa, what? Oh, almost didn't stop. There's nothing behind me. Okay, somebody needs to use the crosswalk here. You know, I think I saw a mod that may start adding dirt to trucks in the game. Then maybe we would, I don't know if the mod is going to be able to use the car wash. I don't think it will. I suspect it's just going to be a basically a paint job. I can't grasp the idea that the big trucking companies would be against having the trucks in the game get dirty, because it happens in the real world. Then again, damage happens in the real world. Get over it. Your trucks get dirty. They get used. That's real. Quit pretending. It should be, well, no, it shouldn't be illegal. But it should be a crime against common sense to pretend that trucks can't get dirty or damaged. Let me see where to park. No, I'm not parking in the building. All right, so the easy parking it is. Yeah, I just realized as I was getting angry over nothing, in Amarillo. And I want to straighten up a little bit better. There we go. All right, well, let's see what we get. We're here in Amarillo. I got a full fuel tank, and so I won't have to worry about that. Got quite a bit of XP there. On the way to level 20, and in the next video, I'm not sure where we're going, but it'll be somewhere on the other side of Texas. So until then, thanks for watching, and have a nice day.